Welcome back everyone. As most of you know, the iPhone 12 was an iPhone that Apple released last year, and it was a pretty good iPhone. There was some redesign things that happened with it. It definitely was not perfect though, and I will tell you, it's been actually about a year since this phone's been out, but let's take a look at it in the later part of 2021 and pretty much see how this phone has progressed throughout this whole entire year. Now, I did do a early 2020 review of this thing, and a few things have changed. First of all, we got those new iPhone 13s, which have been great, and we did get the new iOS version, which was iOS 15. So first of all, with the iPhone 13s, we did see with the Pro models that was a pretty big upgrade. Luckily, I guess in some ways for the iPhone 12 users, the 13 isn't really a big upgrade. So if you have an iPhone 12, I've already done 30,000 comparisons between them. I would highly recommend keeping your iPhone 12. I wouldn't really go up to the iPhone 13 unless you really have the money and you want to blow it, then definitely go for the 13. But luckily for us, Apple is still actually selling the iPhone 12s brand new as well. They typically go and kind of, axe out some older models, but now we kind of know what the future of iPhones are going to look like, mostly because Apple is going to still keep, I guess, the base models of the iPhones and then, cut out the Pros. So you can still buy an iPhone 12 and 12 mini, which is really cool, but you can also buy the 13s too if you'd like, but I don't really think it's worth the money. Now, the second thing that I saw was when I compared the iPhone 12s to the iPhone 13s, there is so much similarity and overlap. The panel of the iPhone 12 still looks very good. It may not get as bright as the iPhone, 13s, but it's still a very good panel, 6.1 inch OLED panel. The notch, is a little bit smaller, but it's not really that big of a deal. Great build quality on the iPhone 12 as well, and it feels so premium. These phones still feel extremely great, and I think that's one of my favorite things about this iPhone for sure. Now, the other thing that changed this year was iOS 15, which just officially came out, and I did install it on my iPhone 12, and I noticed that even with my iOS 15 device on my iPhone 12, it still has a lot of glitches, and there's still a lot of random things going on in the background. So I will tell you, if you currently have an iPhone 12, I would still highly recommend you to not install iOS 15 on your iPhone 12 just yet, although it can probably handle it, and whenever iOS 15.2 comes out or 15.3 comes out, I'll probably start recommending it then. But there are still a lot of issues with iOS 15, and at that point I would pretty much recommend you to pretty much stay away from iOS 15 for the most part for the time being. But it does make me excited for the future of the iPhone 12, mostly because this phone is still going to be supported for so many more years. So if you have an iPhone 12, and if you're not super satisfied with the features, or if you're not happy with the way it is, or if it's buggy on iOS 15, do keep in mind that it's just a temporary issue. By the time iOS 15 is done, I guarantee you the iPhone 12 is going to be fine. The same thing has happened with every other iPhone before. It happens and then it gets fixed with the end of the iOS update, and then the new one comes out, and then it pretty much is just rinse and repeats. So I will tell you, the iPhone 12 is still completely worth it for so many other reasons. I will talk a lot more in detail probably in the next 2 months once I do my 2022 review of this thing. But what I will tell you is if you currently own an iPhone 12, I would recommend keeping it. I wouldn't necessarily go up to the iPhone 13s unless you really want to get better battery life. That's really the only other main reason why I would go to the iPhone 13s. The performance was about the same, camera quality was about the same, cinematic mode is cool, but you really don't, it's not like a necessity. So that pretty much covers it up for the most part. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.